What is going on, people? It is Thursday, the 3rd of July, just about to turn 1 o'clock. And man, I have been busy. I have been busy. As you can see, I've got um, my jumper here with my logo on it. Greg's uniform just under there, ready to go. Greg's. I've successfully booked three meetings. It is now Thursday, so I actually started on Monday doing the calls, filling up the pipeline with meetings to be able to call, associations, providers, whatever you want to call them. And I managed to get three meetings so far, which is amazing. Two of which I've done today. Both seem really good. Both seem like, I think, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5. So that's amazing. Um, especially one of them, which is really good. So now, when I say 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, basically I have a specific criteria that I need. Yeah, I need personally the housing associations to meet. Or like councils, maybe. I've not actually got in touch with the council yet. I'm still trying to get through to Salford, which he sent it over to him. But I need them to meet in terms of there's a list of questions, but the main is like the amount they pay. Do they cover like rent and maintenance? Rent and deposit, um, upfront costs like compliance and stuff. Just so I know, so that I'm not wasting my time finding the property. Because let's say, for example, like the first housing association I met, they wasn't taking care of anything, wasn't paying good. Well, not wasn't paying a good enough rate, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine. But in from a rent to rent perspective, and just a rent to rent perspective anyway, putting the initial capital in, making the money back out, it's just not going to work. It's not feasible. Do you know what I mean? Is that feasible? Feasible. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so I've had to create a criteria for these housing associations to be able to meet and try my best for them to be able to meet it. And these two meetings I've had today went absolutely amazing. There's no one telling me how exactly these meetings should go. So this is just all down to me and my own knowledge and understanding, and I think I've got a really good understanding of the questions to ask. They pretty much go for everything, and after the call they seem appreciative that I've actually taken the time to be able to look into their company, but also to be able to specifically, like, they seem like proud, like surprised, me coming across young. And I've actually called them, booked the Zoom call face to face, and I'm there looking exactly for what they want. Do you know what I mean? I'm finding out exactly what it is specifically. um, so yeah, that's amazing. I do have one more meeting tomorrow, and I'm still continuously making calls. And my VA is calling from Lancashire. So basically, I sent a list of all the different counties in the UK, starting from Greater Manchester and working on proximity. So I'm using Manchester as a start of Greater Manchester. She's on Lancashire. She hasn't booked any at the minute, but this is her first week. And sooner or later she'll start to understand, like, okay, what is a housing association exactly, so you're not wasting time calling people that aren't, because sometimes the words might be confused and they're calling recruiters themselves by accident. So yeah, man. Now I should be I should be more happy than I am, and I am happy, but I should be more happy than I am because now I've moved to the next step. Everything is steps. It's a step. This step, that step, that step. It's baby steps all towards working towards actually getting the property and then renting it to the housing association. So now that I've been able to find the housing association, qualify, that's what it is. Speak to the house, get them on a Zoom call, qualify the housing association. Now it's about finding the property. So adding all the specifications into Monday and now transferring my time from making the calls to now. And I've also got another one that's came back to me that seems really pleasing as well. So I need to look into that. Now making the calls, actually finding the property. Sorry, actually finding the properties. So I haven't got long with this as well. So now I have two separate rotors which I've got into. So now I've basically just got to find the property for them and use all my time to be able to do that because I'm working 7 days a week here. I'm working. I work. Well, from next week I'm going to be doing Nando's Wednesday and Sunday, BP Monday. Except Wednesday to Saturday, and it's hard, man. But I need to do it because as well as taking this maximum action to be able to find these properties, I need as much money as I possibly can get to be able to for the initial startup for these properties. And yet it's hard. But one thing that helps me through it is the mindset. This is the only thing that helps me through it. It's understanding that this needs to be done, and without this, there's no point in doing it. So when I'm stood there on my shift, and my fucking legs are killing, my feet are paining, I've just got to be able to do it. And I do it. And one thing that I've learned is you have to do it like you love it. So when I'm there, I'm like, yeah, this is good. I always say to myself, 2 hours left, a baby shift. Baby shift. That's the word that I always use. It's a baby shift because this is the mindset you've got to take into doing it. It's like when you're in the gym and you've got 10 reps of fucking, hard finger. I just count in twos. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's understanding and just simplifying it so it doesn't seem as bad. And it's not. Most of the things that are hard aren't really as bad as you think it is. Yeah, working 7 days a week is hard, but people do that anyway. People do 6 days a week, 5 days a week, sweet. But I can't afford to lose that extra 700, £800 just because I'm not working the weekends. Because the truth is, I'm doing fuck all on the weekends. I'm building up because housing associations are open. Yes, now I'll be able to obviously find the properties through open rent and stuff like that. But I have enough time in the day to be able to do both. So that's what's going on. And my mindset, just as a person, just as me being Harnick, I need to understand when to let go and also to understand to move to the next task. Because one thing that I do is I always try and focus on quantity, quantity, quantity. I need to keep making continuous calls. I can't let that slack. I can't let a task slack. But the thing is, now I've got to understand that this is done, move to the next. This is done, move to the next. I can't keep continuously calling people because that's taking time away from my day. Whereas now I just need to find the property. And like I said, this is the 3rd of July, which is I'm absolutely fucking over the moon for. But I've got to get a property this month. Yeah, I do. Because I want to take a property on once every single month. And when it starts to happen, when that first one happens, that second one happens, then I'm going to really start to prove to myself that this is real. It is real now, and I understand it is because other people succeeding. But once I experience it, then it's just going to be a constant like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, and it'll be a lot more easier for myself, just for my mindset. Maybe not in the case of actually finding the properties, you never know, but it's building that, as David Goggins says, that callus. You have thought idea, you've been through it, so you're able to go into your cookie jar and be able to bring out what you've already experienced and doing it again. And I'm not a journey, I'm on a process here to make 5k a month. I'm coming home, I'm not getting enough sleep. Like yesterday I was fucking tossing and turning. I'm tired, but I have to do it because my mum came in today, gave me a hug. She said, I've not seen you, all past days," and gave me a hug. That's not the lifestyle I want to live. And if I don't continuously keep doing this and make it, then there's nothing else for me. Then it's a case of going to university, but and then doing a job that I hate. But that's not going to be me, man. That's not going to be me. I'm going to give my mum the lifestyle that she deserves. She's worked long enough. She needs to be able to experience what a lot of life really is. And money can't be an issue. Money can't be an issue. She wants to buy those clothes, she can buy those clothes. If she wants to buy this fish to eat, she can buy that fish that she wants to eat, because she always talks about how this fish is expensive. And it will happen. I need a list. And as much as you just need to do it anyway, regardless of how you feel. I need a list because I have so many reasons to why I want to do this that they're all just jumbled about. So, and I just want to have just one underlying one that just sits right here on the top of my head that just reminds me every single day why the fuck I'm doing this. So whenever I get that question about, because I do, why am I doing this? I don't need to do it. That question's there. That's those questions there. You know. Yeah. Thank you for this. This next step is to be able to eat something now, but the next step in terms of this is to be able to write down the criteria and do that meeting tomorrow, because I've also every Friday I'm going into housing associations, but I need that time now to be able to keep going. One thing that people that I used to tend to do was think, oh well, or next week I'll do it. No. There's no next week. There's no next week. There's just a continuously day after. That's the mindset I need to take. It's just it's not even a new day. It's just a case of I wake up, go back, wake up, go back. So all this shit about I'll start then. No, there's no time period of that. I'll start now and I'll learn the way through. Thank you very much.